welcome back to my channel. My name is Benny, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a Booktube Newbie Tag. So basically it's a tag that was created to introduce a new booktuber to the book community. Hi guys, what's up? So I'm Benny. I'm half Italian and half Persian. I'm 24 years old. My birthday is June 15th, 1999, which it makes me a Gemini. Hi, please don't hate me. I'm a nice one, I promise. I have a Cancer moon, so I'm sensitive. I currently live in Rome, Italy. I actually lived in Montreal. This was not planned, by the way. I just saw it in the viewfinder. I lived in Montreal for 2 years for university, and then in May of this point last year, 2023, I moved back to Rome, and then I'm gonna move somewhere in the world, hopefully New York City. And if it happens, I hope it will happen. I studied film in Montreal, Canada. So I love movies, I love film, I love filmmaking. I'm an only child. I don't know if that's relevant. I have a lot of hobbies that I change every 2 weeks, but this one right here, my book, reading, buying books, everything book related hobbies that I have are sticking so far. So that's why I'm making a YouTube channel. I don't know what else to tell about myself, honestly. Now let's start the actual tag. First question is, why did you start this channel? I wanted to start a YouTube channel for a long time. I've been following YouTubers since I was very little, like since Bethany Moda times, Lindsay Hughes, Megan Hughes, like all of those OG YouTubers. It has been like a dream of mine for a long time. Like every single year since then, I thought about starting a YouTube channel. I actually started my YouTube channel so many times. Sometimes I didn't have the confidence to do it. Sometimes I didn't have any topics to talk about, or at least like a niche that I wanted to start with and then kind of expand. It was kind of always something that stopped me. 2022, I started reading and I started getting into book talk, booktube, and I watched a lot of booktubers that kind of inspired me to start a YouTube channel on my own. I did filmmaking in college for a little bit, then I dropped out, but that's a story for another day. I love editing, I love filming, I love managing cameras, I love books, I love talking about books, love the community that you can create with it, and I thought that it would have been the perfect thing for me to do. So that's why I'm here, and I'm so happy that I finally started a YouTube channel. I love this so much. Since January 1st, I've taken YouTube really seriously, and I wanted to really see where this thing could go, and I've been loving it so far, and I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to do this. So yeah, that's why I started my YouTube channel. It's been a long time coming, and I'm so happy that it's finally time for me to actually do this thing, and I'm genuinely so happy and I'm so grateful. So that's why I started my YouTube channel. What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to YouTube? I don't really know. Like, I don't really have anything that I think that I can add to YouTube, honestly. Like, I know that sounds bad, but I don't think as of this moment I know exactly what I can bring, because I still getting to know my identity as a YouTuber. So I'm not really sure, but I hope at least that I can bring a place of comfort for many people. That's always what I want to achieve with my YouTube channel and just like my persona in general. Like, even if you meet me in real life, if you are my friends in real life, like I always wish that you can feel safe and be yourself and talk about your private things and all of that. Like, obviously I don't want to know your things. I mean, if you want to, I'm here to listen, but or even just like some sort of inspiration, if even this video inspires somebody to start their own channel, that would be absolutely incredible. And in a more practical way, I hope I can bring like some fun videos to you guys where you could just like escape a little bit from your reality if you want to. Some book recommendations at this point. Like, if we want to talk in a practical sense, like I hope that, obviously, but I don't know, maybe you'll tell me. What are you most excited about your channel? Definitely like the creative part of it. Like, I'm really excited to be creative and kind of learn a lot through editing, the magic of storytelling. I would love to like learn more, and so far the more I edit videos, the more I film videos. Like, it's definitely a skill that it's buildable and it's not something that you're born with. Like, and also I'm so excited, and I guess like that was kind of the goal from the start, start, and also the reason why I wanted to start a YouTube channel from the beginning of times, like forever, is kind of creating your own community. Because I feel like, I mean, if you watch my channel and if you are subscribing to my channel, it's probably because you enjoy my presence. One, second, maybe like my personality or the things that I like, and all of those mixed together, like then the more we get to know each other, I guess you'll find also some of the values that I stand with or morals that I stand with. I believe that if we can match energies through a screen, like we could actually be friends in real. And that was always the goal from the start, like actually creating a community where it's a safe place for everybody, where, I don't know, we can all be friends with each other, even if we probably live like far away from each other. But it's definitely a goal of mine and something that I always wanted to have, like your little community that you created through your content and through what you put out and through what you like and all the passions that you have and all of that. So definitely it's something that I'm majorly excited. It's definitely motivating me the most of anything to create my little community to hang out with sometimes. So yeah, that's the third question. Moving on. Fourth question, why do you love reading? It's not even a reason that it can be said into words, but it's mostly like a feeling. Definitely like going through a book and kind of being immersed in that. It's amazing and it's the best feeling in the world. Like reading a book and you are so immersed in a book that you forget that you're reading, and then you get up and you're like, oh shit, I just read. I was just like in the book, if that makes sense. And that is absolutely amazing. I love reading because then I can buy books, and that's my favorite thing ever. I love buying books. I love bookshops. I just love going around cities that I visit. Even like at the end of last year, I went to London and I literally visited so many bookstores because that was the goal. Like I wanted to go there and visit bookstores. What book series got you into reading? If I want to be basic, I would say Harry Potter when I was little, like definitely that. But it wasn't the thing that got me into reading. Definitely it was the thing that got me into like fantasy. But the series that really got me into reading, it would probably be the Inheritance Games. That was like one of the series that I read at the beginning of my reading journey. I loved it, and it was so fast paced, and it's a really great series to start reading with. Like if you're just starting reading, like read that, because I'm sure you're gonna love it. Definitely that was the series that got me into reading. But the book got me into reading, It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I think that is a book that a lot of people started with, and even though Colleen Hoover's a little controversial now, which I do agree on some things, I am really grateful that those books went viral, because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for that. Now my taste has evolved, but I am grateful that that whole era started. Question, would you ask your favorite booktubers? So this is my third time filming this, so I already thought about the questions many times. So the first question is, how do you read so many books? Like sometimes I struggle to read 4 books a month. The other question that I have, if you could pick a book to live in for the rest of your life, what would it be? Or like magic system or world in fantasy, if you like fantasy. If you don't like fantasy and you only read romance, then what book would you choose to live in? That's my question. I think for me it would probably be Harry Potter, but that's pretty basic. If I don't want to be basic, I would say Once Upon a Broken Heart, definitely. Yeah, for sure. So that I could meet Jax. Or Six of Crows. Well, that's a lot of options, but whatever. The next question is, what challenges will be the hardest with BookTube? I think like the main challenge that I face so far, like making a video, it's not only making a video. Making a video as a booktuber, it takes longer since you have to read the books first, and one book takes like probably like 6 hours. If it's like more than 400 pages, it will take more. So it takes a lot of times, and plus you have to film, you have to edit, you have to plan for the next week's videos and all of that. So definitely that is the main challenge that I faced so far. But other than that, the challenge that it would become a challenge in the future is, I hope I don't lose the spark of reading and like my love for books, because this will be a constant thing. And yeah, so those are the 2 challenges that I'm afraid of, but we'll overcome them like everything else, so it's fine. Next question is, when did you start reading? I started reading, I think, like August of 2022. As I said, I jumped into the trend of Colleen Hoover and started reading a couple of her books, and then starting to read other books that I was mind blown by, and yeah, one thing led to the other. But definitely August, around August or July and August. I remember I had COVID, so I was in bed for like 2 weeks. That's when I started reading It Ends With Us, because I never was a big reader ever. Like, I read the Harry Potters, I read a couple books here and there like throughout my life. I'm 24, so it took a long time. I'm also dyslexic, so that is so crazy to me. Like, if I could tell my younger self that this is what I'm doing at the moment, like, she would laugh at my face, because I've always had the worst relationship with reading. Like, I hated reading. I was always discouraged because I was always like a very slow reader, and when I read out loud, even now, like, I freak out every time. So I thought that I was never going to be a reader, but I remember always loving bookstores and always wanting to enter bookstores. So now that I actually am a reader and I'm actually reading books, I can buy more books, and it's just amazing. Like, I don't know how this happened, but it's definitely a full circle moment for me. Number 9, where do you read? Here. I usually read in my bed because I don't have a living room, and I don't have like a chair where I can read comfortably. Like, I have my desk chair, but it's very uncomfortable and it squeaks too much. Sometimes I read in the kitchen, sometimes I read when I'm in the toilet. I definitely want to enhance my experience with reading and actually going to coffee shops and parks, but I definitely want to improve my reading experience by like going to different coffee shops and all that. But so far, here's where I read. Okay, last question. What kinds of books do you read? I read a lot of fantasy, as I said. I love very packed fantasies with unique magic systems, unique worlds, like I like discovering things, so I usually am very drawn to either fantasies or mysteries or thrillers. That's definitely like the ones that I pick up the most. I've been trying to read more romance lately, which I've been liking a lot. Recently I started the Chestnut Spring series, and it's a very like little silly romance, of like a small town romance with like different tropes throughout the different books of the series, and I'm really liking it. I'm really liking the small town romance, like, and all that. I never expected to like a romance so much, but I really do like it. I definitely am drawn to something more with deeper meanings and like something that you could discover. Like, if I have to read a romance, I usually am drawn to the ones that will break my heart. I don't know why, but that is usually what I like. That is something that I'm definitely working on, like the romance part, because sometimes it's just like too cringy for me, but at the same time, we're working on it, okay? Because I want to like them. I want to have more options. I want to read everything, but definitely like the ones that I pick up the most is definitely fantasy and thrillers too, and mysteries. I really like them. Like, it's more like a cleanse for me, like thrillers, because I don't have to have any attachment, like emotional attachment to anything, because you're supposed to hate everything. It's a good cleansing book when you read either a romance that breaks your heart or a fantasy that breaks your heart. Like, I read everything though. Like, okay guys, my camera is about to die, so I will end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and welcome to this channel. I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye!